Hello world, thanks for tuning into the Alchemist Lifestyle channel. And this is a follow-up video to the one I did previous about deer antler velvet extract or the deer antler velvet spray. Really a story that's been circulating in light of a professional athlete that was accused or allegedly used it to kind of repair his torn muscle or bicep to get back in time for the season in professional sports. If you know what I'm talking about, it's the NFL, it's the Super Bowl. I don't want to throw any names under the bus because he's obviously denied that he's ever used a deer antler velvet extract for muscle growth or tissue repair or many of the many health benefits that it actually has online. So what I've done now that I've had a few days to kind of process some of the information and put in a little time and invest a little interest into what exactly this deer antler velvet is. I've watched tons of videos, read through some PubMed studies, kind of sifted through the hype and the claim and the products and see what is just out there and available for people to really go on. So this video is just something to really break down that barrier and just to let you know that I'm on your side to kind of provide a little value for you. I actually have ordered one supplement that I thought was superior or premium above all, and I'm going to actually tell you that on the next video that I'm going to make. But there's a few things that I just want to kind of convey to you that I've really kind of just picked up on as I've spent a little time inside the deer antler velvet industry, if you will, and the supplementation of what it does versus maybe the side effects and the health benefits versus the uses or really how it's extracted from a deer or elk or reindeer or even moose. Supposedly those are the people or the animals that you can extract this deer antler velvet from, that is supposedly just provides all of these IGF-1 or insulin-like growth factors, which is more or less the precursor to human growth hormone or HGH, which is something that our body naturally produces provided the right environment. You know, it's a serotonin kind of equivalent, so to speak, feel good. You know, it releases a lot of just stimulation and activation amongst your cellular, you know, it's for rapid cellular regeneration is what some of the websites have more or less the verbiage they've used. And so I just wanted to really put a bunch of credible, authentic, really trustworthy websites together so you just have something more to go on if you're researching this, if you're interested in this, if you're an amateur athlete, if you're an aspiring bodybuilder, or whatever it is, whatever you're doing as far as your athletic workout programs or exercises. I just want to give you something more to go on. Maybe this supplement is a viable option for you to really start boosting your ability to not only gain weight but produce a lot of lean muscle mass, which I know a lot of people this day and age are working for. Not to say that bodybuilding is going out of style, so to speak, but I do believe there's a shifting trend in being a more lean cut, flexible, super fluid type of body more than being big and bulky and kind of stiff. You know, and it's hard to move your arms and your body because it's so big and bulky. Nothing against that, and I know people work extremely hard to acquire or achieve that body style. So there's absolutely nothing against that, and many people are wanting a deer antler velvet because it is a natural extract, because it is a natural, you know, there's not a lot of chemical equation or a chemical process to extract this. I know a lot of one of the more premium brands of deer antler velvet actually comes in an ethanol or an alcohol extract to kind of preserve the just the legitimacy of what it actually does as far as regeneration. So this video is just something more to go on, and I'm going to have a detailed report that actually explains to you and breaks down everything from what is deer antler velvet to supplement reviews and what I recommend. I'm actually going to have a more detailed report on the supplement that I chose and actually try it from the taste to the initial first impression and feeling of it and what it does over the course of a week or two, because I know that's not an entire time to get a real good feel of how a deer antler velvet supplement would work, so to speak, but there's always a pretty good indication you're going to be able to feel within the first 2 weeks if it's actually having an effect on your body, especially if I'm getting the premium quality. This wasn't the most expensive one I found, but it was just the best. I was researching the company and how they come across and how they actually extracted the deer antler velvet, what time of the year, and where they actually got, you know, their deer or their velvet from, you know, like what part of the globe, what time of the year, because they, you know, there's a lot of scientific studies about, you know, the process of how their horns or their elk actually, or their antlers actually grow during the time which it can be extracted. There's a peak time that it can be extracted for really peak performance in human bodies or that's at least what the studies are saying, and what some of the authorities or leaders and experts inside the deer antler velvet supplement industry are saying, is that there are definitely premium grades versus low quality or cheap and kind of knockoff, not authentic deer antler velvet extract supplements, especially in the spray form, which is a little easier to use. And the reason why people use a spray form versus maybe a pill or a powder is because you can actually spray this underneath your tongue. And one of the main benefits of taking a supplement via under your tongue is it actually bypasses your entire digestive process and doesn't get mixed up into your stomach acids or your digestive tract, so it can actually get absorbed and utilized by the body much quicker. And that's why a lot of people are leaning towards the spray of deer antler velvet supplementation, is for those factors alone. So I really just want to leave you with that. I'm actually, like I said, I'm going to have a detailed report that's going to just give you the ABC 1, 2, 3 XYZ of deer antler velvet supplementation, for whether it's cellular regrowth and muscle strength, or it's to kind of cut back on some of the other supplements and crazy powders and extracts and the casein and the milk products that are kind of causing a lot of mucus buildup and a lot of things that are just not meant to be there. This is more of a targeted specific substance, or an exotic, unique, special substance that, while it's been around for a few years, because it provides such beneficial factors as far as the IGF-1 and the IGF-2, the insulin-like growth factors, which is a very big key when you're trying to gain muscle and really activate and stimulate your production of just energy inside and tissue repair and growth and collagen matrix and the bone matrix. Like, all of that is intimately and intricately involved when you really break down the body and realize it's a systematic approach, a whole body approach to health, that, to take care of one thing, you have to take care of another, because the body is tied as one unit. So you can't really neglect or avoid one part of your area, one part of your health, one part of your muscle to really gain from the whole benefit, which is what I think deer antler, what I'm gathering, which it seems more and more special about it the more I read about it, is that it addresses multiple symptoms or multiple health just areas inside the body. And that's why a lot of people, like, while it is promoted because so many people are interested in bulking up and to just developing and creating more muscle growth inside their body, especially if if you're working out hard, or, like I said, you're an aspiring athlete, an amateur athlete, that obviously the professional across the board is pretty much banned. And that's where all the controversy first started, from a professional linebacker to a professional golfer, I believe, to even college athletes supposedly got offered to it. But I don't want to keep rambling about deer antler velvet. The third video I'm going to make on this is going to be much more precise. I'm actually going to try to get out here and actually outline a little bit before I say, instead of just getting up here and giving you my 4-on-1 or just regurgitating or reiterating what I've learned so far in just a few days since it actually became a topic of controversy, a topic of high demand or trending topic in the world, if you will, in light of the Super Bowl, in light of one of the prestigious players that apparently used it. Obviously, like I said, he denied it. That's not up for debate for me. I think he's a great player, whether he used it or not. I have no idea. But the point of this is to give you something more to go on, to really consolidate and just shrink down your time invested in, just, not that you got to believe me or trust me in what I say, but I'm going to give you really just the rundown of what I've been able to soak my time, invest my time, or spend my time into researching what deer antler velvet supplementation can do for you from a health standpoint, from a muscle standpoint, from a regenerative standpoint, because I believe that's one of the biggest things about this, and that most people are really saying is, there's some people saying that it's used for everything from like just sexual energy, or an ED, just an erectile dysfunction, just regenerator, because it stimulates your reproductive organs, so to speak, or your regenerative processes that are really inherent and innately inside and instilled in your body from birth. And over time, as we grow old, our IGF, or our growth factors, our human growth hormone, they obviously decrease with age, and that's when the age and the dehydration and the joint mobilization start to decrease, and we start to shrink and just start to become feeble and just become, just weak overall over time, where the IGF-1 is a precursor to producing more and more human growth hormone, which I obviously said earlier is naturally produced inside the body. And that's what makes deer antler velvet such an attractive supplement, because it it just kind of aid or supports in something that the body already naturally does. It's like a kickstart or a jump start into producing such a vital and really significant factor to really longevity and lifelong super health. So again, I appreciate you watching this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel because it actually gives me a little motivation and encouragement to get out here and make these videos and know that I'm not spending my time for myself, that somebody can actually benefit or gain from this and really make an educated and informed decision about deer antler velvet supplementation, whether it's for the weight loss or just the overall whole body health approach, or you're trying to really gain some muscle mass and some lean tonality within your body. So I'm going to enjoy this beautiful day out here and quit rambling. Look out for video part 3. Subscribe to this video. Look for a link down below because I'm actually going to start developing and building out a website surrounding deer antler velvet extract in the spray form, as well as the powder and just the available forms of it, because I know a lot of people are going to be searching for it, and I just like to give them a home to go to that they can trust, and just know that the information there is quality and is backed, because I'm going to have the resources, I'm going to have the links and the website so you can actually look for yourself if you so choose. So look out for part 3. Thanks for tuning in to the Alchemist Lifestyle channel. This is part 2 of a 3-part series that I plan on doing on deer antler velvet extract. So have a great day, and we'll look forward to speaking with you soon.